Good morning, friends. Hopefully you've had a chance to sign in, do your good morning song. I switched it up. And 5 speckled frogs I added for this week's song to go along with the morning song, since our new unit is going to be about amphibians and reptiles. We're going to start today with our new poem. I'm sure you're ready for a change. And this is actually a really fun one. The print is small, so I need to put my glasses on to read it. And we will be doing this poem for the next couple of weeks, and then maybe I'll switch it up one more time. This poem is called A Colors Rhyme, and I've posted it in assignments, so families, you can print it out and have a copy of it as well. If your clothes have any red, put your finger on your head. I have red. If you're wearing any blue, put your finger on your shoe. If you're wearing something green, wave your hand so that you can be seen. Miss Gould's pants. If you have on something yellow, give a smile like a happy fellow. If your clothes have any brown, turn your smile into a frown. If you're wearing any black, put your hands behind your back. If your clothes have any white, stomp your feet with all your might. And I have a lot of those colors in my pants today, and maybe you can't see those. But that's going to be our poem or our rhyme for the next couple of weeks. That's a fun one, something different and very easy, I believe. Our letter this week is going to be letter B for Braylon. B says ba. And I have put these Jack Hartman letter B song on so you can listen to that and start making a list of B words. Our read aloud today is going to be about a chameleon. And think about this. How are chameleons different from other animals? And as we read this story, you will have the answer to that question. And think about this while we're reading today. Do you change when you go to different places? And then we're also going to think about these next couple of questions during the story today. How are you and your friends alike or the same? And how are you different from your friends? A Color of His Own by Leo Leone. Lots of pretty illustrations in this story as well. So a little bit about this story is the chameleon is sad. He has a problem. Unlike all the other animals, he has no color of his own. Changing wherever he goes, he turns red with the autumn leaves and black in the long dark winter. But in the spring, in the green grass, he finds a delightful solution, or a happy solution to his problem. A Color of His Own. And the author and illustrator is Leo Leone. Parrots are green. Goldfish are red. Elephants are gray. Pigs are pink. All animals have a color of their own. Except for chameleons, they change color wherever they go. On lemons, they are yellow. In the heather, they are purple. And on the tiger, they are striped like tigers. That is pretty neat. One day, a chameleon who was sitting on a tiger's tail said to himself, "If I remain on a leaf, I shall be green forever, and so I too will have a color of my own." So he wanted to stay on that leaf so he would be green forever. I guess he didn't like changing colors. With this thought, he cheerfully climbed onto the greenest leaf. But in the autumn or the fall, the leaf turned yellow, and so did the chameleon. Later, the leaf turned red, and the chameleon too turned red. And then the winter winds blew the leaf from the branch, and with it, the chameleon. So down he goes. The chameleon was black in the long winter night. But when spring came, he walked out into the green grass, and there he met another chameleon. He told his sad story. Won't we ever have a color of our own, he asked. I'm afraid not, said the other chameleon, who was older and wiser, but, he added, why don't we stay together? We will still change color wherever we go, but you and I will always be alike. And so they remained, that means stayed, side by side. They were green together. So there was the happy solution to the problem. And purple, and yellow, and red with white polka dots. And they lived happily ever after. So thinking about the questions, how are chameleons different from other animals? They change colors. And do you change when you go to different places? When you go to Walmart, do you look different than you did when you were at home? And how are you and your friends alike? How are you different? Okay, for today's assignment, after you're done listening to Miss Gould read this awesome story called The Color of His Own, you're going to draw a picture of yourself, and I want you to emphasize, that's a big word, think of something that's very unique about yourself. Maybe you have very green eyes. So when you're drawing that picture today, let's make those eyes bright green. Or maybe you're wearing a bright yellow shirt. So I want you to focus on the colors that you have on today and maybe the color of your eyes. And I want you to make your self-portrait very unique because each one of you are very different and very unique. And then think about how you might be the same as someone else. Zachary, you might be a boy, right? Jeremy might be a boy, and yes, he is a boy. So that makes you the same, but you're different because you have different color eyes, different kind of hair, and you wear different kinds of clothing. So that's what you're going to do today. You're going to draw a self-portrait. Make sure you have nice colors in there so we can emphasize your uniqueness for your colors. The next thing we're going to talk about very briefly today is in science, we have a new song. Let me grab that song real quick. And it is called, sorry, I stepped away, the Reptile Song. So I'm going to play that song for you today. I'm not going to try to sing it. And then we're going to review real quick about living and non-living things. That's going way back. Oh, my song didn't come up. Give me a minute. There we go. Are we ready? It is called the Reptile Song, and I put the link on there under assignments as well. one of our songs this week, the reptile song. That's a fun one. All right, so real quick, we're just going to review living and non-living things. Who can tell me, or respond to your family, what do living things need? They eat, they drink, they grow, they move, like a flower moves, and they breathe air. So what is an example of a living thing? And then what is a non-living thing? A rock, a rug, a chair. Non-living things do not move, they do not grow, they do not eat, and they do not breathe air. All right, friends, that's it for today. We will check in again tomorrow. We're going to